Hello students, welcome to yet another class of accountancy. We are dealing with chapter number 6 of ISC class 12, issue of shares. I have told you about forfeiture of share and its reissue. Today we are going to do the questions related to the same topic, and I hope the questions given in the previous class are attempted by all the students and they are able to solve it. Moving ahead, we are going to deal with question number 23. See this question. I am dealing with this question because certain new points are there which I am going to explain and give you the solution. See, W Limited issued 10,000 shares and of 100 each, and 25 is called on application, 20 on allotment, 20 on first call and 15 on second call. So the total is 80 rupees is called. See, in this manner, that means final call is yet to be made. Okay, now we will read further. Amount received are as follows. See, so on 8,000 shares we got entire amount, on 1200 we got 65. See how this came 65. That means they are paying at the time of application, they are paying at the time of allotment and at the time of first call, but not at the second call. Is this clear? 500 share rupees 45 per share. That means they have called application, they have paid application money and they have paid allotment money, and these 300 shares have already only paid application money. Is this clear? So this was the only the new thing in this concept, the way of asking the question. The concept is same, but the way they are asking the question is different. Now the director forfeited those shares who have paid less than 65. So how many have paid less than 65? These two categories of shares. That means their shares will be forfeited. Okay, it is clearly mentioned in the question, less than 65. Okay, so 300 has paid only 25 and 500 has paid 45. So these shares will be forfeited. Now show entries in the cash book. Cash book I will tell you in the next lecture. Okay, we are dealing with the journal entries. Okay, because journal entries are the most important part of this chapter, and only few times accounts are asked, and I'll tell you how to make the accounts, but first we have to capitalize over journal entries. Okay, now see the solution. Here's the solution on your mobile screen. So 25 is on application call, 20 on allotment, 20 on first call and 15 on final call, and 10,000 the share. Okay, this I have written at the top for my convenience. Your answer starts from here. Okay, so first entry, you know, bank account debit to share application account, 10,000 shares, and the amount is 25 at the time of application. So we'll get 2,50,000. Then the next entry is also easy. Next entry will be of allotment. These entries I am not going to explain. From starting of the lectures I've been telling these entries. Okay, now this, we have 300 share not paying the call, isn't it? Call at the time of allotment, rest all are paying. So 10,000 of the share, 9,700 will pay as the amount, and the remaining 300, because it is mentioned only 300 shares are paid, pays 25. That means they are not paid the allotment money, neither first call money, neither second call money, because if they have paid only 25 rupees, that was at the time of application. Is this clear to you? Shall we move further? Okay, now the next entry will be share first call. See, the call will be made from all the shareholders until and unless there is forfeiture of share. We will call to all the shareholder whether he has paid the previous call money or not. So here we are calling the amount of first call from all the 10,000 shareholder. Okay, but now 300 shareholder plus 500, that means 800 shareholders are not paying the amount at a rate 20. Yes or no? So the amount is 16,000. Is this clear? 300 shares, those who are not paid the allotment money as well as first call, and 500 has only paid application and allotment money. Okay, so total is 800. All in all, 800 share did not pay the share first call money. Okay, now we'll make call for the second call from 10,000 shares, and the amount is 15 rupees per share at the time of second call. 15 rupees. Okay, now here 300 shares plus 500 share plus 1200 shares, that means all in all 2000 shareholders are not paying the amount of 15, that means 30,000. Is this clear? So 30,000 will not get, rest will get 1,20,000. See, clear? 30,000 will don't get, will get only 1,20,000. Okay, now after this they are saying to forfeit the share who has paid less than 65 rupees. So 300 shares are paid only 25 and 500 shareholders are paid 45, means these two categories of share will not be allowed to be the member, so their shares will be forfeited. So total 800 share will be forfeited. So what will be the journal entry for share forfeiture account? Yes, correct. Share capital account debit to share forfeiture account to calls in arrear account. Okay, so we'll check the amount. So this is the entry. Now I'll check the amount. So total is 800 shares and called up capital is 80. So this is 64,000. This way we calculated 64,000. Now this amount, how we calculated share forfeiture account? See, 300 shares will be paying 25 rupees. Okay, that means 7,500 plus 800, sorry, 500 shares. 500 shares will be paying 45 rupees. Is this clear? So that means how much amount? 22,500 by these shares. So 22,500 plus 7,500, that is 30,000. This amount. Is this clear? This is the amount of share forfeiture. This is the amount of share forfeiture. 300 shares. 300 shares will pay 25 rupees and 500 shares will pay 45 rupees. So 500 into 45, 22,500, and 300 into 25, 7,500. So when we'll add this 22,500 plus 7,500, so this will be the amount here. Okay, so this can be balancing figure, call scenario. Clear? Or other way of calculating is 300 into, so if they have paid 25, that means they have not paid 55 rupees out of 80, and 500 shareholders have not paid the amount, they paid 45, that means they have not paid 35 rupees. Okay, so when you'll add this, multiply and add this, you will get the amount of calls in arrear. Okay, don't take don't add all the calls in arrear in the previous entry and write, because they are shareholders 1200 which have not been forfeited. We are forfeiting only 800 shares, those who have paid less than 65. Is this clear? We are not forfeiting all the defaulters, we are only forfeiting those who have not paid allotment money, first call money and second call money. Clear? I hope this calculation is clear to you. Entries are same, there are no change. This is the solution for question number 23. Question number 21, question number 22, question number 24 and question number 25 are your homework for this lecture. Okay, is this point clear? And you have to do the questions strictly in fair copy. Whenever the school starts, I'll check the copies of the student. This is, you can say, for your internal purpose. I'll check the copies. We'll get marks for solving the answers. Okay, now moving on to the next question, that is question number 26. Here it is. Now here are three cases, A, B and C, and 100 each, and A has paid only 25 rupees, B has paid 25 plus 30 rupees, and C has paid 25 plus 30 plus 20. And final call they have not paid, so we have to pass the journal entry for the forfeiture of the shares and their reissue. Okay, so we'll check the amount. 25 is on application, 30 on allotment, then 20 on first call, that means 25 is on final call. Okay, is this clear? So this is the way of calling the amount per share. Clear? This is the way of calculating the amount. So we'll move on to the solution. We have to pass the journal entry only of forfeiture and reissue of share. I'll move on to the solution quickly. So what will be the first entry? Forfeiture entry. Share capital account debit to share forfeiture and to calls in arrear. Now student may be thinking how this amount came. For this we have to move on to the working note, which is as the end of the solution. See, from 200 share of A will get only 25 rupees, so that means total of 5000 will get. And from B 300 into 55, that means 16,500. And from C 400 into 75, that is 30,000. Because what is amount of share forfeiture? The amount which we have received on the forfeited share from the shareholders. So from A we have received 25 on 200 shares, from B we have received 55 on 300 share, and from C we have received 75 for 400 shares. So when we'll add up these amount, so we'll get the amount 51,500. 5,000 plus 16,500, that is 21,500, plus 30,000, that means 51,500. This way we get the amount. Okay, and the rest will be the balancing figure for calls in arrear. Is this point clear to you? 51,500. So 90,000 minus 51,500 is 35,500. Okay, or rest you can calculate the amount of calls in arrear by another way, that is 200 share into 75 for the non-payment of the calls. Then from B it will be 300 into let me check the amount, 300 into 45, and from C it will be 400 into 25. Is this clear? That is the another way of calculating this amount. Okay, because calls in arrear is the amount which we have not received. Understood? 200 into 75 plus 300 into 45 plus 400 into 25. This way also you can calculate the amount of calls in arrear. Rest you can do is in easier, 90,000 minus 51,500. That is easy way. So this will be balancing figure. Okay, so I have told you both the manner of calculating the amount. You can adopt any one type. Now these 90,000 10,000 how many 900 shares of 100 each is reissued at 95. So this way we'll get this amount, and this amount will get 900 into 95, isn't it? This way we'll get the bank amount of bank, because they are reissuing at 95 rupees for each share. Clear? So this will be the balancing figure 4500, or the other way is 900 into 5 4500. Is this point clear? Now the next entry will be share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve. Now how we'll get this amount? See how much amount we had in share forfeiture, 51,500 we had, and how much is used here, 4,500. So when we'll subtract the amount we had minus the amount which is utilized, we'll get 47,000, which is capital profit and will be transferred to capital reserve. Is this clear? So this way we calculated the amount 47,000. Is the working note? Same thing, it is mentioned here. You can take the photocopy, sorry, screenshot of this. Okay, I hope this lecture is clear to you, and solve the questions given in your fair copy, and you can take a screenshot of entire solution. You can pause the video and take the screenshot. You can listen the videos again and again for better explanation. Okay students, bye bye, take care.